Outer Orange.
Today, we are opening a box from Vinny Cards. I officially got my Lyrical Sparkling Stars box, so we're gonna go ahead and open it. All right, I opened this box upside down, so bear with me here. So I got my stuffs. This time he got the little thing where it actually says 50 cards shop. So here you guys go. You guys can actually check it out. Maybe he did this on purpose. He was like, hey, this is a good way to advertise, right? But yeah, 50 cards shop, code orange if you need any goodies. Like I'm currently opening goodies. You guys can check it out all here. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. We have 3 containers of stuff in here. I don't always remember exactly what I ordered. I did order a couple of other things, and I think this might be the other things section right here. So let's go ahead and see what we got in here. That's correct. It is my Leonorn stuff. The fun fact about Leonorn: don't own any Leonorn stuff, but everything around Leonorn I've always had. So let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys to see. But I got some perfect cards because I actually realized I'm getting kind of low on PGs for Stakea, and then I also got some of the Union dress support, Fusion dress stuff basically here, and then I got Brock Lily because I actually didn't pick up some of this stuff. However, over the years, anytime there was Leonorn stuff, I just kind of ignored it. And the reason being is because I wasn't going to play Leonorn ever, but I actually am deciding that I want to try it out. So here's the mask Leonorn right here. This is just kind of like a just in case if I need it, but this is what the mask one looks like. Really pretty card actually. I like the art of this one actually more than the other ones, and I just really like the aesthetic of this one a bit more, so I did pick it up. Also have one singular Viance Leonorn back here in the hiding, and then 4 copies of the regular one, so that'll be the Leonorn stuff. And then I also picked up the SIR just because it's actually not that expensive. It's really pretty. So I picked up this absolutely gorgeous card. I'm really excited to throw it into my deck. And then I do have some Alvinas here because I realized I didn't pick them up last time. So I do have some Alvinas as well. She's very useful. So this is basically the Leonorn stuff I picked up. I'll just be using that as like more testing going into set 4 because set 4 Leonorn does get stronger. But let's actually go ahead and open up the real sauce here, which is the Lyrical stuff. Finally got it open. It actually took me quite a lot of work to open this one. I don't know why. So here we have, this is the Welcome to the Starlight Festival. So someone told me actually in the comments that this is meant for Sienna, and actually that makes a lot of sense. You can put the triggers in. I didn't even think about it, so someone mentioned that out. So shout out to them for bringing that up. But yeah, we have 4 copies of the festival. I got some of the new cards. This is for the Absolute Zero stuff. So basically this one you can discard and then get energy charge as well if you have your Absolute Vanguard. You could also do this like on grade 1 and 2. I believe they're also Absolute Zeros. And then when you grade through Greater Vanguard with Absolute Zero name attacks, if you do not have a unit with the same card as this unit, you can call this out. So it calls itself out for free, by the way. And it also says when this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or Greater Vanguard Absolute Zero, this unit gets plus 20 batter. So it's completely free. There's no effects on, there's no actual like costs on these. On that card, which is pretty wild. Here's Rosa. Rosa says you can reveal Avert, and if you reveal Avert, you can counterblast and draw a card, and she gets extra power, and you can also countercharge when she hits, and you can return her hand, so that's also pretty good. Kind of like old school style of what Prism used to kind of do. And then we got the new Velfair. This is the card I mentioned, the generic, that is like a very good pickup if you're a Lyrical main, because she's basically just generic. You can soul charge and draw a card, and you can also gain power if you have the same name Vanguard in your soul. So she's also just really good. So I picked up multiple copies of her. Picked up 8. Next we have Nakano. This is part of the Michu stuff. This is a very powerful card. She, if you have a Cambo in your order zone, and if it was put in her drop, she just gets 10k, so she's basically a constant 20k beater. And then once per turn, if you have Vanguard that's great for your you can counterblast, soul blast, and this unit gets when this unit attacks if no drive checks were performed for the battle. Your rear guard attack this turn, this unit can perform drive checks until the end of that battle. So very aggressive. Basically what this is saying is that another copy on the other side can't like do the same thing as her. So if you have 2 copies of her, only one they can drive check type of thing. But yeah, very lethal. We have the magazine card. This is for Kyoka, another deck I'll be upgrading relatively shortly. This one says if you play magazine, she gets plus 5k, and then if you play a magazine or this turn, you can entry blast 2, put her into soul, look at top 7, choose up to 1 card with a different card name from this unit and call it a rearguard circle, or choose a magazine, add to your and add to hand. So basically she is a searcher. She also gives you soul, which is good. So you kind of, the deck needs soul. And speaking of Kyoka, here is Kyoka herself. There's the Kyoka. Kyoka's very insane. This is a very powerful card. I definitely can't wait to upgrade this. I have the deck nearby, and luckily enough, it's such an easy upgrade. All I'm really doing is just shoving these in and like maybe shoving her in. She's like, well, maybe you don't have to run her. She's just good to run, but she's definitely a thought. So yeah, there's Kyoka. Kyoka's very lovely. Absolutely. I've always adored this deck, so I can't wait to test out some more now with the new version. And this is one of my favorite arts. This art is so beautiful, so I'm really excited for this one. Let's look at our other half here. So we got some commons here. Meal. This is for ballista support. Got Absolute Zero herself. This is Sagita. So basically, anytime your opponent would attack, if it's a 4th or more battle, they have to discard a card from hand. You can also entry box 4 and get plus 10 cannon drive till the turn, and then when your card is discarded from hand, you can counter blast and draw a card. You can play as a denial card, you're forcing your opponent to discard. The downside is like most people have enough cards in their hand to where they won't care. This is really cool in premium too, because you can also use her in premium and kind of go down that path. And also she does get 10 cannon drive, which is also nice. She's kind of like different Siana. I like that about her. Here's Michu. This is the new Michu, the very, very strong Michu. Basically, she lets you retire, get what you need, get extra power, and yeah, she just has a lot. Her original cannonball effect isn't crazy, but it's the only effect you super with. But you ideally want to go into the other one, the one that gets 10k everywhere. But her on ride retires, and then like you can also on attack retire. But yeah, she just does a lot now. So you just have a lot of like little things you can do with her. She's very strong. Coral support. This is just some coral. I might be fiddling with coral for a bit since it's such an easy deck to kind of build, so I might be considering that. And we have some vert back here. I'm also considering building vert as well. This is definitely a set I want to actually build a lot from, so we'll see how much I actually end up building. But I want to try out vert. I'm not a big fan of her effect, but I'll see how I feel as we get later on. And then back here we have coral. I actually might end up building coral over vert since I actually think Prism, like the old version, is just better. But I might end up building coral because people keep hyping it up, so I guess I gotta try it out, so I might end up building this instead and just see how it works. And also I just think the art's really pretty on her. There's that. Check out this side. So I'm gonna again do the happy thing. So we have more Absolute Zero support, basically just a grade 3 common. Got that order. This is the one that gives, if you have 16 to get a crit. It is a counter blast too, so it's very, very heavy. I think I only picked up 2 of that. We have some Trick or Treat support here, so just some searching. I'm probably not going to play it, but I thought I'd get it just in case. And then when this is retired for your opponent's cards ability, you can still buy some draw cards, so this is just like a weird, like, kind of like a trap card. If they retire, you get to draw off of it. So if you ever feel like you're like in weird Gandiva meta or something, I don't know. She could come up, but it's really rare. We got some more Ballista support. This is actually a decent card, but I don't know. Like, I like it and also don't like it. I didn't spend that much time on Ballista. Because you get Ballista or gems back to your hands to kind of keep that cycling, but it's kind of an interesting card, I would say. Got some more Coral support just to help with Coral. And then we got the Sparkling Summer SDs card. She basically says the ability is to attack or boosts. So bust a card with SDs in this card game. You can return a card to hand. You can bounce it back. It's really weird. You have to run the SD's ride line to make this really go off. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we do not run the SD's ride line. So we have, this is, I believe, an order. So yeah, you get an order without a ghost piece revealed and put it to your hand. And if you do not reveal it, you get the counter charge. So it's basically an order searcher. And then if you whiff, you get the counter charge. It's pretty good. Actually, here is also clear. You can discard a card, switch your deck for up to 1 vert, and reveal that to hand. You can your deck to shuffle, and then if you have a grade 3 or greater vert, she gets plus 5k power. Our friend's card, so this is the Vertia support. She's pretty good. Basically, she has the friend's ability, which is good. You always want that. And then again, she buys 3 on place and choose another friend's card from drop out to hand, which is important because you will be want to bring your cards back, which is not too bad. Just kind of fight for the grade 2 slot because there's already a lot of good grade 2s in this slot, but she's still really good. We have also another Coral support card. So in place, you can choose a Coral card from drop and put your hand. If you have 4 more Corals, she gets 5k power from the field. It's also active on both turns. And then we have the Pacifica support. So you can choose a grade 3 Pacifica in your drop and you put them on your deck. If you did that, you can entry blast 3 and draw a card, which is pretty good. And then when she attacks, you can choose more units and you may have it get 5k. If you do it at the end of battle, put this unit on the deck. So basically, you get to stack something and then bond deck her, and then just kind of undeck yourself, by the way. It's important. Siana support. This is the Siana restander. When placed, you can choose one of your points from rear guards to hand. So by the way, you can run this in also in Highlander if the other cards are too expensive. This is a good secondary option. And then it says so bust a card with Siana in its card name, and this unit gets plus 5k power to end of turn for each of the grip. And then if your Vanguard is Siana, when this attacks, and if your opponent's from has no rear guards, you can restand her. So if you want to go like a Siana build, you can actually just run this instead over the other card. Because this is just the better version of like the other cards that you would be running. For Highlander specifically, if you want to go like a more Siana focused build in premium, then you would probably need to kind of move some stuff around. But ideally, this is pretty okay. When I actually tested it, this felt really bad. This is Dawn Place, and you'll find yourself kind of running through these copies pretty quickly, and then you get kind of in this weird situation where you have nothing to do. Your opponent can also the numbers are also just not that big. This gets plus 5k until the turn for each of your opponent's open rears, which will usually be, depending on how many open rears they have, usually only attacking front row. So say they only have the front row open, then she's only at 20k and with persona 30. So she's retaining for 30, no crits, no anything, and it's a counter blast too, which is kind of heavy. So yeah, it's okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it is something. This card though is the greatest thing in the world. This card's great. When this card is discarded from hand during your turn, if you have Vanguard that's grade 2 or greater, you can Soul Blast and call this card to a rearguard circle. If it's in battle phase, this you get attacked, but it doesn't matter. It would just be boosting instead. If your rearguard was returned to hand this turn, you can give it boost. So basically, this just gets boost late game. This is really good in a lot of decks, actually, especially in premium. This is a really good card. I talk about this card in my what to buy set, but I really recommend picking these up. This is kind of like one of those cards where it can be randomly really good out of nowhere, and I'll have to see exactly how good we can get this. You can in SDs, if you run the regular ride line and you discard this, you will be bouncing, so this will get boost during the grade 2, and then from grade 2 and on it'll also have boost. So you can also just run this in an SDs package for Kyrie as well, so it's pretty good. This is absolute zero support and a really pretty card. There's so many pretty cards in this set. And your cards return to hand during your main phase. If your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, you can put this unit to soul, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets all of your front row units. Your front rear guards get plus 5k. So this is like, I think it's meant for Kyrie. You can also run this in, again, I know it brings up a lot, but premium can actually use this a lot. You can return something. You can also run this in Prism. Prism also likes this. But basically, you can run this, return something, your front row rears get plus 5k until the end of turn. So you basically have an extra beef, and she doesn't really cost that much. You just have to return something. Last box. I like the silver rarity for these. I think they look really pretty. I picked them up. So there's her, and I picked up the 7-up version as well. I got some starters here just because I really absolutely love this starter. I think it looks pretty. I'm hoping one day this will be like a prettier version of this, because I'll probably grab one just to have, just because I think they're that pretty. And then I picked up the Shizuku starter. I picked up the Coral starter because you actually need it in your main deck as well, so if that's something you mind, you do want to grab these. We got some, this is the one that gains a lot of power if you have like a bunch of dudes on the board. You can also energy blast for some power for this one. We got the ride line for the absolute zero stuff. It is on Vanguard and Rearguard for the effect, so you can run multiple copies. And then I don't know if you need to. And then this is the one that if you energy blast 3 or more times, you can bounce this card back to your hand. So it's not too terrible. I've thought about running this in Kyrie actually, but she's a 6k. So she might be better in the Bunny Girl deck. Got the grade 1 Coral. And then we got Shield, again, also part of the Coral engine. Got Energy Blast 3, you can also gain boost. I believe it's Energy Blast 3. It's Energy Blast 3, gain boost, and she gets plus 5k. You can just boost with her at any given point. And then we got some more absolute zero support. I love this card. I'm actually surprised this is a common. I thought this was going to be like way more up there, but it's kind of cool this is a common because I think oh, this is right. This is part of the ride line. That's fine. She's so pretty. I kind of forgot that she's just a common. I got the grade 2 shiny star coral as well for the coral package. And then we got some more of this is just some of the blitz orders, some protection for you if you want to go down that path of protection. And we got another vert card here. And we got the Cannonball Cycler. So if you're really fearful of like you're not being seeing all your Michus in the wrong places, you can run this deck and help with that as well. So there's that. That's basically everything. But wait, I got slightly gypped. There is a second package. There's just a little bit more of Lyrical that we're going to open up here. You'll notice that in the previous package that I just did, we were missing ours. So let's go ahead and take a look at them real quick. We got a couple here, a couple little good cards that you should have. Got some vert support, got some Trick or Treat for she just a little shield there. Got the other friends card that kind of also helps with some friends. All the units take calm get plus 5k power, so you just get a little bit of a buff there. Got some absolute zero. This is actually important for the absolute zero deck. The perfect guards, I absolutely love the Ellie. I think she's really cute and adorable. She is a classic, so you can now run her in decks and you can run her in premium, so she actually does come up. Got a little bit more here. We got a magazine order. I don't think this card is too great, but you can run it if you're trying to go a little bit more budget friendly. Sorry, this is the Sienna support. So this is the card they use for Sienna. And she also is a 2k behind Sienna, so she's like a direct Sienna card. And then this is the Michu card. This is the Searcher. Very, very important card if you're trying to play Michu. You kind of mandatorily need this. Luckily enough, it's really cheap and easy to obtain. Got a little bit of cursed Leticia support here. Nothing too crazy, just some Leticia support. Got the Coral card. This is another Coral card here. Gets plus 5k power. I don't even know if people are actually running this card or not. I think this is like getting cut in some lists. Some lists run it, some lists cut it. Kyrie card back here. She's not terrible. When this unit is placed or put on guard circle during battle phase, you can Energy Blast 3 uses when your rear guards gets and your Kyrie gets +5 plus 10k power till the end of that battle. So it's kind of a little weird. Which plays on rear guard circle during battle phase. I guess you give your Kyrie +10. I'm not really sure. It's kind of like a little weird in terms of how it's written. The guard circle makes sense. You basically put on guard circle and you protect your Kyrie. But on rear guard circle, it's a little confusing in terms of reading. But it's basically it for the bears. I think it was a really fun little box opening. I'm really happy with this. The set is just absolutely beautiful. So a lot of fun stuff in here, a lot of fun stuff to build. This is probably the most I've gotten in a set in a while. Alright guys, I think that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the little calm box opening. I didn't really talk that much or have any crazy thing to say. I'm just kind of vibing and just opening stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know below what you're building and what you're excited for, what you're thinking about, like, you know, testing a lot. I'm definitely gonna be testing a lot of Micho, a lot of Kyoka, and Kyrie, of course. And probably Coral. I actually want to try out Coral. Maybe there's some sauce there that I don't know about. I'll have to see. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. 50cards.shop, code orange video goodies. And other than that, guys, peace out. That's Vidania. Bye!